Hello, YouTube and fellow resellers. This is Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, back at you with another kind of in-depth research video. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to most likely discuss sell-through versus promoted listings, and whether or not, based on sell-through rate, if promoted listings are actually necessary. And also we're going to discuss a comment that was left on my first debunking of promoted listings, and I was doing some research this morning while doing listings, and noticed this actually is probably what's happening. So let's get right into it. We need to, and to be perfectly clear, guys, I think we absolutely need to be nuclear with trying to understand what exactly a promoted listing is going to get us on the platform. And I don't believe any of us truly understand. I've been listening to some other YouTubers who are very trying to understand basically what promotions are being offered and how they work. So there's going to be some interesting data from other people. But for me, I'm focusing on the promotions within the website itself. So let's get it started. We're going to basically start here. So here's my traffic. I can only go as far back as August 26th. My experiment of non-promoting new items started on August 1st. I have been slowly delisting and relisting super old items that are basically from the beginning of the year, and eliminating the promotions as I go. You can see here between this time period compared to the previous probably 90 days, I'm down just about the board. Page views are up, which is important. But what I really want to point out is my goal is to get these organic impressions up, which is exactly what's happening. And then my promoted impressions are down, expected. I still have less than 100 promoted items at this point in my store of nearly 700. Actually, I think I'm just over 700. We can take a look here. So 587. Actually, I might have a little bit more than 100 promoted items, actually. So let's look here. Active. You can see here I have an active 711. So you minus this, so I have just over 124 items possibly that are promoted. I've been basically going over here to start date, taking 10 a day, and knocking them out. And that actually kind of makes sense since here's July 4th on the 50. So yeah, forgive me on my math there. That was obviously incorrect. But you can see here I have 711 items. The overwhelming majority, at least over 70%, 75% is not promoted. So going back to the traffic, you can see here, you can see the steady decline. There's a couple things here I wanted to ask. Did anyone else on September 21st see a noticeable uptick in their total impressions? Because if you can see here, I did have a pair of pants that kind of went viral, I guess you can say, had over 150 views in a single day. And, this doesn't make any sense even with that. You can see my page views were up to 669. My average is right around here, 460, and you can see it stays relatively true to about 560. And but you can see here from the same time period, there's a steady decline. So this graph here is from the past time frame, and you can kind of see I've slowly started to reduce the amount of promoted items, hence my impressions are down. Page views are up, but you can kind of see there's kind of really no consistency. It's kind of all over the place, but as you can see here, this is about an average day for me right here. On October 26th, I got 495 page views, which is what is important to me. And then quantity sold, as you can see, I'm assuming most of your guys' graphs are just as chaotic as this. I mean, I don't know what to say. But two key aspects: top 20 search slot impressions for someone who hasn't been promoting. I am up 2.1% over the same period, and that same period is overwhelmingly promoted period at 5%. So this is something I want to talk about, and we're going to get into this later in the video. The rest of my search slot impressions, I'm up 4.2%. This is to be expected considering I'm not promoted anymore. This is basically the rest of my search impressions, 21 slots and below. But you can see my junk search, my non-search impressions, which you can disagree or agree with me all you want, but this is the junk impressions. I'm down 43.6%, so I'm happy with this. I don't really care about that. But let's go to this one. These are my sales from August 26th to today, based on the same time period, which you can see is basically all down. This is kind of, I guess, to be expected. I've told a couple people that I'm like 3.5%, or I'm 3.5 months in, and I'm almost back to normal. So we'll see. And, I kind of want to show something else here, guys. Let's go to this year. I want to show, some people said it's because we're in Q4 that I'm starting to show some positives. I really want to show you guys, this is my store. I generally have a bunch of out of season stuff mixed with seasonal stuff listed. And historically, I do not have seasonal ups and downs. You can see May, June, and July were actually pretty high as far as selling. But August, there was about a $15 to almost $2,000 dip. September was a little bit of an uptick. August was about equal to August, and this month so far, with 5 more days to go, I don't know if I'll even get there. And this is supposed to be the busiest time of the month, guys. And I have focused significantly on higher sell-through items or items that cost more. So, you can see the total sales from the same time period as last year is up. And that's because last year I wasn't listing as much or as many items as I am this year. So that's why you're going to see this up altogether. So I'm actually listing about 3 to 5 items more per day than I was last year. So just growing the business naturally. So yeah, let's move it on. So there's something I really wanted to show, guys, and we're gonna go into here, and I really want to show something that I kind of showed last time. So we're gonna go with the cool pants experiment again, right? We're still getting this person. Let's hit the all. This guy's got to be sponsoring pretty high. But we're going to go to men's pants, and we want to do the buy it now and in condition pre-owned. And this is the category that I am mostly in, is pre-owned clothing. So you can see, in fairness, the top 4 search results are sponsored. So I want to bring this up, guys. Oops, that's not the right one. Where'd it go? Here we go. Here's a comment from John Stanowski 9489 from my first video debunking promoted listings. He kind of goes into some interesting conversation about how promoted listings should be getting you better placement. And then he goes, for example, if a store had, so he kind of gives an example, but where I want to really get into the nitty gritty here, and this has really got me thinking. So here he says, so I think there are zones in the SERPs reserved for promoted listings. Some of these zones are at the top, some in the middle, and some at the bottom. This way, eBay still has control over what it feels is relevant to the search over giving total control to one or several sellers. And as much as I don't like it, I kind of agree with that approach. Plus, eBay needs a way to let sellers use a small percentage know that they will show up at the top and on the same level with those who play at a higher percentage. Someone giving 11.4 might be at the top, and someone who's only paying 2 would be next. maybe even on the same road, that doesn't make sense. So there's some parts of this that I agree and some I don't agree. Because if I am paying a promoted fee, and now albeit it does say higher clicks anymore, the way as a seller, the way it should be, right, and the way that eBay could organically get higher promoted fees in general is if these people say are promoting at or above the suggested ad rate. So let's take 11%. That's what a lot of people are seeing now. Let's take 11%, and that's what these people are promoting at. Now, the one thing I noticed this morning when doing my listings and doing the research as to how I should price it, I noticed this. So we have this zone. So we're going to call these zones, right? We have a whole page here. This is a very saturated market. So this is the first zone. So my opinion is the first zone is the very first 4 search results, and they are reserved for the highest percentage of sponsors. I don't know what these guys are doing, but we're going to say 11% just to be fair. The one thing I noticed was as you scroll down, you can see here we have 4, 8, 9, and then now we get another zone of sponsorships. So here's another 3. Then we have our similar products, and then we go down. So this would be another zone. Now, so if we're taking this as an example, this zone would be I don't know, maybe guys, anywhere, this would be under the 11%, so we'll say 5 to 10%. And then we go 4, 8, 12 more listings, 16 more listings, and then we get to another zone of promoted listings. I think these are the people that are at the base bare minimum, and we're talking maybe 2%. That would be the base bottom number, right? Because you can see all of them have free returns, best offers. The prices, in my opinion, are competitive. Shipping fees are maybe a little high, but still competitive. But there's no reason in my book that these guys should be below all of these non-promoted or sponsored, as we're going to see here, listings. And same for these guys. I mean, if these guys are promoting in the middle range, above the minimum, but below the suggested, why should they get a negative placement over these? What's the problem? What's the difference here? And so to build on what I'm trying to get at, guys, is this person here has a good idea, and maybe read in between the lines. I want to give him his credit for these zones. Where I don't agree with him is he's trying to make the point that eBay doesn't want to give sellers total control over what is presented at the top 20 search results. And that may be true, but it doesn't make sense for zones. Because here's the deal. It should be based, obviously. Whoever is promoting higher should be at the top of the page. So let's say this guy's promoting at 15%. This guy's at 12, 11, and 10. But even if this person down here say he's promoting at, where are we at? Say he's promoting at 9.9%. Why is he midway down the page? Why does that matter? You know what I mean? I think the way promoted listings should work is that regardless of what you are promoting at, you should be up here. And now, here's the interesting caveat to that, though. I think eBay still wants to try to reserve some form of organic views. And I think they understand that. So maybe that's what's wrong with this. But I'm telling you right now, if these guys are promoting at that middle zone, and let's just go with that, the middle zone. I don't know. I mean, if I was this person here, I'd be going, hey, I'm promoting at 7 to 8%. Why am I not up here with these guys? And to be honest with you, this is the only good looking listing I have. Like these, you're pricing these at $35. I know these free rider pants. these free rider pants this distressed shouldn't be more than $25. You know, these here doesn't even have a specific title. You know, same with these rider pants. I never list above. I mean, they're offering free shipping too. So I don't know. To me, it's like, I just don't get it. I don't understand the message that eBay is trying to present to us here. So let's move it on. I have 4 examples. And Polish Pete came out with a video a couple days ago about queuing, your item being placed in queue. And the more items that are being placed in queue for the same specific brand or same specific item, the quicker it gets pushed out of the search related results. And it's a really interesting thing, and I highly encourage you guys to go check out his videos. It was very thought-provoking. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to reset this. I'm going to take this. Okay, I didn't do this, so it's good. So we're going to go to Levi's pants, or Levi's jeans specifically for men. So we're going to do the same search parameters. We're going to do buy it now under conditions of pre-owned. And you can see there's 16,000 plus results. Why is this so little? That doesn't make any sense. There's way more than that. Let's see if we can do... Well, let's just use this as an example. So we have 1,600 plus, and then solds is 631. So the sell-through rate, if you guys are curious, so again, misclicking, is this 634 divided by and all we have is that. So we have about a 40% sell-through rate, which if you equate that to months is about anywhere from 4 to 6 months. No, it'd be a little bit longer than that. So this would be about 6 to 8 months, maybe 9 months to sell an item. That's what you should expect. The issue here is we're going to bring this back up. So these are the last 91 days. So we have 634 divided by 90. Just say 90, whatever. That means that there are 7 pairs of jeans selling every single day in the men's category, which I think is low. I think there's something up with the search results, obviously. But is this considered a favorable item to the algorithm? Because you're getting guaranteed sales every single day, albeit, yeah, the prices aren't very high. I mean, some of these are. I mean, you get the vintage ones and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't think you can ever expect on a modern, not special 501s to ever expect over $25 plus shipping. And so when you're looking at this stuff, this is what got me interested in what Polish Pete was saying was, how often does a pair of jeans get pushed out of the search results, the priority search results for you guys, or for us, I should say? It'd be an interesting topic, because I guarantee you a lot of these are maybe items that I've listed just recently. There's no way on the solds to tell what are promoted and what aren't promoted. And yeah, there's something up with the search results here, because I have it as best match pre-owned. You know, where's that first zone of promoted listings? I mean, with now we're up to 1,800 results. There's got to be a zone of promoted, right? That isn't halfway down the page. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this example. The next example is something that I have sold recently for a lot of money. And I really want you guys to pay attention. So this is Poncho. It's a very good brand to be selling in clothing right now, if you can find it. You can see here under the all category buy it now condition used, we have 13 results. And okay, to point it out in fairness, we have the top 2 search results are sponsored, with what appears to be a second zone of sponsoring here, and that is it. So this is kind of strange, because why would this gentleman, I mean, obviously you can see this guy's got 3 out of the 13 available, right? You would assume this is the same one. I don't know why it's not promoted. he's priced pretty high. So I just really want to point this out. So this is a very hot brand, 13 available. We're going to go down here to the solds, and there's 159. I have no way of telling which one of these has been promoted or not, but you can see they all sell for good prices. The long sleeves are better, short sleeves, but I want to show you something, guys. Here's my listing. I don't promote, and I still got 149 plus $6 in shipping. This was, if I remember correctly, was a sale that I did not even get an offer on. It was just a straight buy. And the other interesting thing is I went out of my way to actually find the exact style name and put that in there. And I want you guys to remember that. The exact style name, which is this Estacado, I want you to set that in your mind. For any item that you're selling, this is going to be key because I wanted to show you something else about the views. So here is an item I believe, if we had 13, so we're going to go back to here, but we have 159 divided by the 13 available, and this is going to give us basically 122% sell, or more than that. It's 1,223% sell-through rate, and this is an item that, in my opinion, you shouldn't be promoting, right? I mean, why should you promote? Why would you pay eBay? Take my example here, 50. So this was $61. Why pay eBay whatever you're going to spend? So say you're doing the 10%, that'd be $6.10, not including whatever taxes they're going to charge on top of it that you're going to pay for. So this is the kind of stuff that I need you guys to understand, is that not everything needs to be promoted. If you're selling in categories like this or selling brands like this that have an extremely high sell-through rate, I mean, there's no need for promoted, right? The third example that I'm going to show you here is Untuck It shirts. We're going to go down here, eliminate the solds. And we're going to go back here to used. So you can see here there is 20,000. We're going to make sure it's in the men's category. So we're at 19,000 of these shirts available. Now we're going to do pre-owned again because why? There's something out with the search. But anyways, 19,000. And this is an item that I consider bread and butter in my store. I understand it's got a very low sell-through rate. And I priced these at $24.97 plus shipping. And we're going to go here to solds. So remember we had 19,000. Solds. Bring this back up. So we're going to have 8,700 divided by 19,000. It's got a 45% sell-through rate. Or, I mean, I guess if you want to get technical, 46% if you're just averaging it out. So this is something that you would expect to last a little over 6 months in your store. And this is something that I'm kind of curious. Would it help me if I just said, you know what, let's promote it? You can see here again, top 4 search results, sponsored. Go down a few. And you know what's odd, guys? 4, 8, 9. Does that sound familiar? Another zone of sponsored. It's only 3. 4, 8, 12, 13, and the third zone of sponsoreds on the page. And then we actually get a 4th zone, 6 more items down. And I don't know if we get another zone here. No. Oh, we do. We get another zone down here. And these guys actually have better titles. I mean, maybe slightly worse title. I don't know. But their listing seems to be a little bit better. You got sponsored, you got free returns, you got coupons. I mean, this guy's got a very competitive listing here, and it's way at the bottom of the first page. So I'm curious, guys. What do you think? Now I will share this. Let's go back to my primary. Let's go orders. Let's do all orders, and I'll show you all my Untuckits that I've sold in the last 90 days. Strange, huh? I don't promote. A lot of these, actually, I don't think any of these were a promoted sold. Oh, we had one here. One of them, guys. This was a very old one. But you can see the prices I get are around $20 to $22 because most of them I take offers. And it just makes you think, you know, out of all of these, I had 10 solds, 1 promoted, okay? Being transparent here. I'm not promoting. You saw the 60% or the 46 or 48% sell-through rate. Makes you wonder. All right, let's do my final one. And actually, we need to go back to all orders. And I want to show you one of the most saturated markets. So I have 73 Nike items that have sold in the last 90 days. And I really want to show you these because I think people need to realize that Nike has specific items that you really need to focus on. And one of them is going to be this here. Okay. So what we're going to do is click into here. Try to avoid showing off any of the buyer's information again. Copy. There we go. Let's go here. Nike. Control V of that stuff. And I want to show you, based on search results. See, I was the only one used at the time, I guess. So you can see that there are 54 results. The only condition is new. So now we're going to go here to solds. See, it's got over 100% sell-through rate, just over. But if we go to pre-own, I'm the only one. So this is an example, guys, where I also do not believe promoted listings is required. I knew it had 100% sell-through rate, new, so you just had to price competitively and you'll get a used sold as well. And you can price up, guys. But even in a saturated market of Nike in general, I'm still able to produce high volumes of sales. Now, obviously, I'm not saying I'm breaking it. I'm in the same boat as every single other person here. My sales, I mean, I showed you guys, my sales are in the tank. I mean, I'm down 24.4%, you know, over the 3 months or the quarter before this here, right? But I do really want to point something out, guys. Now you're going to see here my external site views are down 9.9%, and my external sites is this. I really want to put into perspective that it's very, very important that you definitely try to find out the exact style name of all items that you are listing. I think the way eBay is going, generic search results will not get you anywhere. Okay? And I mean, I can maybe, let's see if I can find, I've recently listed something with a generic search result and it's really not getting any attention. Here's eBay doing its thing. Oh my god. All I'm trying to do is get to my active listings. Anyways, so let's get back to my recent lists. What in the hell? See that what I'm trying to do, guys, is this should flip this. There we go. My goodness. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where is it at? Here we go. It's right in here. Right here. So you can see I got 2 views. But these, look, it's very generic. LL Bean pants, women's medium, beige, ripstop jogger, elastic waist. So I had to like keyword this up because the interior tag of this was cut out. And I don't know if you guys know, most modern LL Bean, you're able to search it up. Let me give you an example here with these LL Beans. Right here. You have an item ID, and you can just search that up in Google, and you'll get the exact item. So you can see here they have 0 because when I searched these up in store, the phone was giving me a different result than when I went to go list it, giving credence to what Hey Fro Sales was mentioning about searching up on your phone and not. But yeah, guys, I just really wanted to show that. I wanted to give you some more examples of how I don't believe promoted listings is necessarily required on, I would say, a good amount of items. And I also wanted to kind of maybe pose this question to you guys is how important do we think it's going to be now, one, to cross-sell, to cross-list rather on other platforms. Two, you know, I really want to know, I mean, the whole point of this video was essentially to show you that if you have a high sell-through item, promoted listings probably doesn't need to be added. And so what are your guys' what is something you've noticed? What's going on in your stores with high sell-through items? Are they selling right away even though they're not promoted? Or, hey, are they selling at the same velocity that you expect while being promoted? So those are the two questions I really want to ask you guys. And, you know, I hate to keep trying to beat this dead horse, but I'm really, really wanting to get the community's understanding up. This is not okay. You know, I think on-site advertisement is not working the way it is intended. And if it is working the way it is intended, we need to just call it, you know, if it walks like a duck, sounds like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. And that's exactly what promoted listings is going on right now. So guys, let me know down in the comments section. Am I a complete idiot? Do I not know what I'm talking about? Share your experiences. You know, I'd love to hear from everybody. I'm really excited, and I've been really enjoying a lot of the conversations we've been having. So until the next video, guys, like, subscribe, comment below, and until next time, rule the day.